I've been steampunked.
Oh, right in the wallet. Let's cheat. So this is World 2. This is the moon. And there's a bunch of just extremely specific Lunar Lander references.
I was gonna say
it's much easier than Lunar Lander. So you can go either.
Yeah, so
the gravity's different. You can even see it here. You're much floatier here. There's much less gravity on this planet.
So I was gonna say I can assume that in flying around as the ship, it's much more forgiving in its landing necessity than Lunar Lander.
Yes, but all of these are spikes.
Oh, well, okay. Then in that way, it is very much like Lunar Lander.
Yeah, so you don't want to land on any of this.
Yeah.
Any of that nonsense. That's bad. But you don't have to land in this mode. You could transform into a mode that, has shock absorbers.
Yeah.
As legs or tank treads and get down. You can see the planet we were just on there in the background.
Oh, yeah.
This is where the charge beam is. There's a couple different ways to get it. I'm hopefully not going to run out of fuel here. Might.
Getting close.
No. Oh, yeah. You got sort of a backup fuel here you can kind of coast on. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, no.
And I didn't hit a checkpoint. Oh, my gosh.
Nice.
I did it. That's amazing.
Good.
I am really good at this game. I made. No, stop. There. Why did I do that? All right, here we go. Getting fuel. There we go. I'm all refueled. So I can go all the way around and get a fuel upgrade underground here, which will make this next segment much easier. And since I'm doing this on a controller that I'm not used to, I'm probably going to be able to do that. Because you can get through. This is like a tunnel with spiked ceiling and floor. And you have to carefully fly through it. And then that's how you get the charge beam, I think. And then gets the charge beam in this part. And then you come up here. Or you go all the way around, and right directly below us is the fuel upgrade.
Okay.
So we pop up here with the fuel upgrade, and it's much easier to go through. So I think we're going to do that. Yeah, so this game has mapped to cycling left and right through the different forms, and then of course you can see the number keys up there. So we've got that mapped. Oh, hey, we've got phantom missile launchers firing tiny missiles at us. I think I might increase the size of those a little bit. A big fall here. We see some familiar enemies here. One thing I have been doing in the later worlds is keeping the same enemy AIs, but changing the sprites and some of their stats, like their jump heights and things.
Sure.
So it feels like there's more enemies. But these guys are very specifically the lunar moths, so they live on the moon.
Yeah.
And they need more frames of animation. This is just basically here, like, A, it's fun to destroy, and B, you probably want some weapon power-ups right now.
Yeah.
So I'm doing more damage, I can fire more rapidly, and have more shots on screen at a time.
So what have been some of the challenges that you've faced, aside from the, you had mentioned the walking up an angled slope. What have been some other challenges that you've hit?
This angled slope isn't... okay. Reprogram the angled slope situation on this planet. Yeah, each planet has different gravity, so that's been an issue. Although I do think that'd be easier, right?
Yeah.
Be easier to go up a slope. Man, video games. What has been an issue? I have gone back and redone the tile mapping on some of these worlds a bunch of times. Because you've got your tiles that you can't pass through, tiles that you do pass through, and then you've got your special tiles that maybe you only go through one direction.
Okay.
And designing that's been a challenge. Enemy AI is actually surprisingly difficult to get well. Like I had them do like the Space Invader style. They also will cycle down and fly at you like in Galaxian.
Yeah.
That's really hard to program. That took a long time of figuring out, and there's no tutorials online for that. Like, I want to learn about the enemy AI from these games in the 70s. How do they work? Like, have those perfect loops and stuff? Or what are they doing? A math formula? Or what are they doing?
And there's no
you just got to
real...
figure it out yourself and do it again.
Hmm.
So here's the fuel upgrade.
And so now we'll be going up where we just were to make that next section a bit easier.
Yep. I originally had the engine rockets explode, turn blue here. Not sure when.
Oh, after the upgrade.
Yeah, so it looks slightly differently. So. Yeah, I mean, this game is really involved. There's a lot going on, so stuff will surprise me still. Like, I thought this worked differently. And I've been playing the later levels a lot more often. Okay, so, oh my gosh, that's hard to control. It's really easy to control this with the keyboard, but
with the controller less so.
Yeah. Because you use up to move. Up is thrust, and then left and right rotate.
Oh, sure.
Because it's like this is useful playtesting that I'm doing myself right now. Yeah, my girlfriend's daughter's done a lot of my playtesting for me.
Really?
So, and that's been really helpful, like figuring out what to change. Like if she's struggling with anything for a moment, she's like 8, but you want to make sure that it's accessible.
Sure.
To her, and she's really into it. She helped me with the Kickstarter videos, and
nice.
She's done
Whoa.
She's done some graphics. There's a couple of her drawings in the game.
Nice.
Easter eggs.
That's awesome. So now you have the charge beam.
Yes. So now, hold down, and this was the thing in the original arcade game too. Like this mode had a charge beam.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do a lot more damage. It steps up like by square.
Okay.
So it's much more damage, and this is even the very first like power up level.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't gotten any of the cave story power ups yet. So the red beam here just does more damage than the green beam in the other version.
Sure.
So it's based on how much damage is what can destroy these bugs here. So charge it up all the way. Let that guy out. He's mad. Now there's a secret here. You can go down there and get the fuel boost right away.
Oh, cool.
So, or right after you do that. So if you're able to do the challenging the spike thing with half the fuel, then you can quickly go back in and get the fuel because you earned it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a hidden block there. Then jump right out, and then like, okay, I am absolutely done with the moon.
And we go back out into space.
Let's go somewhere else.
I really love that planet transition, like being able to just jump out and okay, we're going somewhere else now.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else. So these little markers that show you where to go, those are going to be things you're going to have to earn.
Okay.
It'd be like compasses in each level or like star charts.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
But there are little asteroid levels that you can hit too. They'll stop you, and the screen size will change, and you'll have to like fight a bunch of asteroids to get out. Oh, you're an asteroid field. A video game asteroid field, not a real one, which are apparently asteroids are super far apart, and you're just fine.
Yeah.
So go down to planet Gilgamesh, which is space Earth.
Huh. So here we have much more gravity's going to be more.
Yeah, gravity's a little bit stronger than on Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
There's these buildings land on, like rampage-style buildings. You can't destroy them, but these guys are here. These guys are everywhere. They're just invading the... There's no real story to this game either. It's everyone in space hates you. Use lasers to kill them.
That seems like a fair way to go.
I specifically like, instead of a silent protagonist, you've got your invisible protagonist. It's you. You're piloting this. So whoever you are, you've got the spaceship. That's you.
So then we're not taking control of an autonomous being.
Right.
We are, or rather, we're not we're not taking control of an automaton. We're piloting.
You're it's a giant, like, piloted robot. Sure what. Yeah. So the missiles don't. The explosions don't do that much damage.
Sure.
So with these roads. Now these roads are actually the same as the fuel rechargers.
Okay.
But so they go faster, but then you'll also recharge your fuel when you land on them.
Okay.
But you're faster in tank.
There's just some handy benefits.
And these are this is just the same breakable blocks there, but
mm-hmm.
just to let the player know that they're breakable, I put a bunch of guys there that are shooting them. So it's really hard to miss. And all the blocks respawn, so they're a great place to go and just gather power-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So here's water, which is of course really obnoxious.
Yeah.
But
what game that's filled with homages would be complete without water?
Without obnoxious, difficult to control in water.
Yeah. And frogs.
Yep. Those are the same enemies as the purple crickets. Same AI, just a different jump. I kind of want to have them when they're in water to start moving around like Frogger.
Oh, sure.
So the water is here so I could do a couple specific things to change how you control in the tank mode.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get the hover upgrade, the tank mode will fly around in water. Basically like the protagonist from Centipede.
Okay.
And there's an enemy from Centipede in this level.
Right on.
So, these are some completely original ghosts that act nothing like ghosts from another game.
I remember reading that their AI was a lot more complex than...
they're not random at all, but
they
have a specific AI, and there's a bug in the pink one's AI. So it's interesting. Probably not worth going into right now, but it's definitely set up in a way where they will...
That's awesome. You've got 2 references in one right there.
Yeah, well, I have 2 references and one with the ghosts too, so I figured. Like these guys, there's a great game done by this other webcomic artist. It's called Gug, and it's like a DOS game.
Gug? G-U-G?
It stands for Grand Unified Game. It was made a long, long time ago, but it's essentially Lost Vikings with we're getting essentially Lost Vikings with Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Mario, and the Joust guy.
Oh,
you swap between them, and you can make your own levels for it too. And so one of the things Pac-Man sticks to walls,
mm-hmm.
and Dig Dug can dig and go up stuff and inflate guys. And that's sort of an influence on this too. Come to think of it, it's a really fun DOS game that just no one's played because it was you couldn't release. Oh, hey, a boss fight.
Robot T-Rex.
Yep. And I can't leave the screen during boss fights. The screen. I forgot this was in the game. He's got his random AI patterns. So he does signal what he's about to do. So he'll either jump, get out of his way before he charges at you. I'm using a Flixel add-on called Flixel Power Tools. which makes these like weapons and things, adding gravity to weapons and all that stuff really easy to do.
Nice.
Made by a guy goes by Photon Storm, who worked on a bunch of the Aardman video games, Aardman animation video games.
Oh, cool.
Die.
So, Flixel, tell me a little bit more about that. I'm unfamiliar.
Okay. It's... Man, I'm gonna feel like an idiot for not remembering which... I think it's Atom Atomics. Atom Atomics, just Flash game engine that he made for his own games, and it's been expanding on. So there's a bunch of... Man, this is a hard... This video game is too hard. I balanced this for me fighting it when I had just programmed it. Oh, you can get him to damage himself. That's right. Hey, fire missiles at your own feet, idiot. This is a Bowser homage, but also I wanted to have cyborg dinosaurs in the game.
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty
obviously.
sure. I'm pretty sure. Like I just threw that in there in the Kickstarter video. It's like better add cyborg dinosaurs. Well, I really want to have robot pterodactyls that are piloted by knights, like in Joust. I absolutely love Joust. It's a great game.
Joust is one of my favorite games.
The jetpack you get in the robot mode, controlled like Joust.
Nice.
So I think I'm gonna have to put in like a power up, because he's easier to fight when you've powered up your weapons. But there's no way to get power ups once he's killed you once.
Oh, sure. So maybe make it if you shoot his rockets out of the air or whatever, it drops a power up, or
yeah, or he spawns multiple enemies or whatever. You know, video game bosses are always helping you out. I guess I can sort of trick him into. Nne Ai is very simple. He does stuff based on the level.
Sure.
Jumps up. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Yay!
I just had to get him into an area where he was dumb. And yeah.